Yes, indeed, it's your man Art, back with a special Run That Back edition of You Dead, talking about some of the dopest albums of 2021 so far. If you know me, you know I only listen to the classics really, but every now and then some new artists come out, catch my attention, and I'll run with them. Pretty much I listen to everybody with You Dig, at least a little bit, so you know we gotta talk about all the albums, and these are the albums that stood out to me, whether good or bad, and these are like my reviews, but they also more like a roadmap. If you don't want to listen to the whole joint right out the gate, I got the roadmap / cliff notes for you, so you know how to navigate that album, you know what I mean? But without further ado, let's get into it, Run That Back. So the first album we're going to talk about today comes from my man Price, representing that IE out there in Southern California. You already knows how they do's it. Shouts out to my man Price out there. His new album, FOES, FOES. If you don't know, bro, just signed with Wyclef. So he's doing really big things out there, boy. Shouts out to my man Price. But yeah, let's chop it up on this album, B. Track 1, Free on Evans Street. It's a strong intro to Price's album and an important intro to him as an artist. Bro came from the group Audio Push, so it's good to know who he is as an individual. The production is cool, but it's the transparency displayed that makes this song special. Track 2, Golden, is a feel-good track bigging up himself and his community. Also an ode to women. Kinda hit Beyonce's Party sample in that somewhere. Strong track though, for sure. Track 3, Grown Folks Business, is a deep song, man. It's another song that feels good, one of them joints that you play at the cookout. He's really saying something though, and without too many curses. Perfect for the cookout, you know what I mean? Track 4, Rank, is straight fire. Price's flow is top notch and he put it on full display on this joint. Hook is fire, beat fire. Brother delivered on this one big time. This song should make moves this summer. Price, Rank. Track 5, I'ma Start, is a dope story track about life as a black person in America. It's high energy, dope beat, Price's elite flow. Definitely a heater right here as well. Track 6, Issue, featuring Vince Staples, is another hot joint. Another one you're going to hear in the club. Let me add that Price produced this joint. Honestly, Price is 6 for 6 at this point in the album, with the middle of the album being high energy, just like it should be. Track 7, Metals, is another hot song. Yes, 7 for 7. Soon as the beat drop, you know this is one of them joints. Price gave us a strong, meaningful hook. Not the best song on the album, but it's hot for sure. Track 8, Bad Dreams, produced by Hit Boy, might be the best song on the album. If not the best song on the album, it definitely has the best hit potential. Price and Hit Boy have a history that goes back over a decade, and the chemistry is evident. Track 9, Score, is the first track I'ma pass on. Cool composition, but not the strongest execution overall. Price killed it really though, and Campus' presence throughout the album has been incredible, so a one-off is cool. Kinda a Nip and James with a little Drake feel. LOL, Price. Track 10, Protected, is another one of the best songs on the album. Also, one of the best songs dedicated to black women that I've ever heard. Very special song. Towards the end of this song, Price states, they hit the studio to make the charts. I hit the studio to make a mark. And that sentiment is evident throughout this album, B. Track 11, Selfish, featuring Boz and Wyclef, is cool, but probably one of the tracks I'ma pass on. Track 12, Said and Done, is high level. A very transparent and inspirational track. This is a deep song. Definitely recommend this one. Price, Said and Done. But I strongly recommend this album overall. FOES, hip-hop to the core. Thank you, Price. As for the production, I'm going to give that a 4. Messaging, give that 4.5. Lyrics, I'll give that a 4. Delivery, 4.5. Overall, a strong 4 gas mask. The next album we're going to talk about comes from my guy Joe Sid, representing Charlotte, North Carolina. High-level artist, man. If you ain't never heard of this cat, make sure you go check with him on this album for sure. Joint called The Jukes. Joe Sid, The Jukes. Let's get into it. So right off the bat, track 1, You and I, is an awesome intro. When I go back to this album, I start at the top every time. This is a super relative song and great execution. If you can't relate to outgrowing people, analyze that. Shouts out to Morgan Galo on the vocals. Dope song, B. Track 2, Blow It, is super hot, man. Cuz adopted the only Drake flow that I like. The dude Joe Sig is the ultimate hip-hop chameleon, but the content is always high level. The song is impressive, G, cuz flow is top notch. Track 3, Her Vibe, is potentially my favorite song on the project, man. Brother killed the hook, DJ been working late the beat, and Sig's flow on the verses is elite as usual. This is a definite single. Track 4, Trade Flow, is another super strong track. If you never heard Joe Sig before, these first songs introduce Cuz very well. Track 5, Silencer, is a lyricism lover's joint. Bro went in, no hook, just a hot beat and a killer's energy. Content hard, man, lyricism, delivery, top-notch hip-hop. Track 6, Polished, is another track where Sig put his lyrical genius on display. The beat is laid back and complements his delivery beautifully. Honestly, this is a feel-good track. Track 7, Count 100s, is more heat. Mas heat. Sig undoubtedly delivers on this album, man. Bro came with so many styles and the production was hip-hop to the core from front to back. This track, Count 100s, encompasses all of that. Multiple styles on something like a woo beat, high level. Track 8, My Future Price Just Went Up, featuring Lord Jamonte Agban, is interesting. Definitely interesting in a good way. Joint with no drums putting their flows on full display. This song is unique and well executed. Brothers representing very well for Charlotte. Track 9, Hold You, is another super strong track. Very transparent. The delivery on this joint is unique and befitting for the smooth beat. The sample on the track is super fly as well. Strong composition on this particular track. And honestly, strong composition on that album overall, man. Shouts out to Grandma on the closeout too. Track 10, Dr. Davis, is potentially my favorite song on the album alongside Her Vibe. This is one of Sig's revolutionary joints instructing folks on how to progress in this modern society. Cuz went in super heavy on this joint. Thank you for this one, Sig. For real, my G. So with Joe Sig's The Jooks, I'm going to give production a 4, messaging a 4, his lyrics is a 4, his delivery is a 4, and overall 4 gas masks, man. Very good album, you know what I mean? So the next album comes from a cat that you probably wouldn't even heard me talk about 2 years ago, man. Honestly, the cat Lil Yachty. Yes, man, Lil Yachty came through with a dope album, believe it or not. Yes, Lil Yachty, his album, Michigan Boy Boat, is actually pretty good, man. So we're going to chop it up about that right now. Track 1, Final Form, open up the album right. Like I already know, I'll let you know right out the gate, I'm not a Yachty fan. But the feel of this joint made me feel comfortable getting into the whole album. Helliver made the beat, that's T Grizzly's primary producer, and it rocks, yo. Yachty was being transparent with above average content, and his flow was pretty good on this song. Good song overall. The next track is cool too, joint called Dynamic Duo, produced by Helliver and featuring T Grizzly. Grizzly opens up the song talking kind of crazy, but he eventually smooths it out with his signature flow. Yachty's verse on the song was pretty strong too. The next highlight comes at track 5, entitled G.I. Joe, featuring a cat named Louis Ray. Both rappers perform well and the beat is hard. Content is pretty average, but the flow is strong from both artists. Track 6 is pretty cool as well. Joint called Never Did Coke, featuring Sway Lee. Yachty has some pretty good content and lyricism on this joint. This is going to be a single for sure. Summer club joint. Be on the lookout for that. Track 8, entitled Plastic, wasn't bad. The standout on the track, I Swear Viso, was strong for sure. Track 10, SB 2021, featuring Sada Baby, was interesting, but dope for sure. The beat is wild, and the deliveries are super wild. I advise you to check that joint, though. Sada's flow on this joint kind of reminds me of the legendary ODB, RIP to the OG ODB. Track 11, Stunt Double, it's cool too. Not really a fan of the beat, but I honestly enjoy Yachty's verse and the hook. Track 13, Hybrid, wasn't that strong to me until Yachty's last verse. I'm telling y'all, I'm not a Yachty fan and still not a Yachty fan. But bro went in right here. Go check that. Lil Yachty's Michigan Boy Boat, I'm going to get a production of 4, his messaging a 3, lyrics a 3, and his delivery a 3.5. Overall, we're going to give this album 3.5 gas masks. The next album to be discussed comes from an old school, new school rapper. This cat, Young Buck. If you're not familiar with Young Buck, he ran with G-Unit, that's 50 Cent's crew, mid-2000s. Very dope artist, man. Had Straight Outta Cashville, Very dope artist. So if you ain't familiar with Cuz, step back. He kind of disappeared for about 10 years. 50 Cent knocking on with some little rumors and things like that. But bro came back with a super album right here, man. Young Buck's new album, Vaccine. So he opens up track 1, song called Nipsey Hussle. That's hustle spelled like the dictionary. It's not the best song on the album, but the beat hits and it feels like Buck. So it's a good start. Track 2, Say Now, is some heat for real. The authenticity comes across well, the beat and Buck's delivery mesh perfect. Then Buck telling the story of his relationship with both Dr. Dre and Suge, super dope, man. Buck went in on this joint. Track 4, Feel Good, it's the best song on the album. Buck is back at it, man. Always one of the best song makers out, and he put it on full display on this album. Young Buck, Feel Good, you need that one. Track 5, Neutral, is fire. I be on that gang bang music sometimes, I ain't gonna front, and Buck put out a hot one with this one for sure. Track 6, Used to Me, is hot too. Beat hard, content real talk, Buck's delivery is elite, especially on the hook. Another strong song, Young Buck. Track 8, Cross Me, is the next heater and is really hot. Beat top notch, Buck's delivery is super, a headbanger, sore net maker. Good song, man. Broken rap. Track 9, What's Next, is hard, man. Aggressive content and it feels very true. The beat is pretty cool, it's mainly the content that makes this song unique though. Cool storytelling and lyricism. Track 10, Together, is potentially the best song on the album. All elements of a strong hip-hop project are covered in this song. Young Buck is still one of the best rappers in hip-hop. He should put himself back on the map with this one. So with Young Buck's Vaccine, I'm going to get a production of 4, messaging of 3, lyricism of 4, his delivery 4.5, and overall, we giving that 4 gas masks, yo. So the last album we're discussing in this mid-season Run That Back is Lil Tjay's Destined to Win. Honestly, not too familiar with this artist before this album. I've been seeing his name for about a year, but this is my first time actually digging into a project, so we're gonna get into it, man. So he opens up, the beat on the intro is fire. He really should have rapped on it. Not sure what they was doing with that. It's like 1 minute and 5 seconds of harmonizing on a hot beat, but it is a hot beat. Track 2, Born to Be Great, is way too much for me, man. I couldn't even really give it a chance. I mean, the hook is a no. I usually don't bash art, but Track 3, Calling My Phone featuring Black, is strong for sure, but it's basically an R&B song. Track 4, What You Wanna Do, has a strong beat and its performance is pretty cool. I see now that bro is an R&B singer who raps or a rapper who attempts to sing. Track is cool for what it is though. Track 5, Hood Rich, is his first strong rap performance on the album. Cuz it's good, no doubt. Too much singing though, man. Too much singing. Track 7, Headshot, is a strong track. Polo G opened the song with a hard verse. 5EO Foreign's verse was aight, and TJ held his own. Track 9, Go Crazy, is okay for what it is. The content is strong, but I'm really struggling with bro's delivery, B. Track 12, Slow Down, is one of the best songs on the album. The Touch Me, Tease Me sample was very well placed. Lil Tjay's delivery worked well on this song. Track 16, No Cap, is another strong song. One of the best on the album. Check for that one. Track 18, Nuff Said, is very strong. I really appreciate TJ as a rapper. Only 1 verse and no hook though. So Lil Tjay's Destined to Win, we're going to give the production a 3.5, messaging 2.5, his lyrics 3, delivery 2.5, man. So overall, we'll give Lil Tjay's Destined to Win 3 gas masks. Yeah, man. So that's a wrap on the mid-season Run That Back episode. Broke down some dope albums. We listened to some good albums this year so far. Maybe not so good as well. If y'all know some albums we didn't talk about right here, please recommend that. Drop that in the comment section. I'm always looking for new music, man. Please give me something to listen to. I need it for reals, for reals. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. All this dope hip-hop content we drop every Wednesday. Every other Wednesday, we dropping a new episode of You Dig. Got episode 6 of season 2 coming up. We're going to take that mid-season break. You know how we do it on TV. But yeah, man, go ahead and tap in everything we doing for that merch, thatrnd.com. Yeah, boy, all the flyest hip hop merch over there. But all we doing, man, is bringing that hip hop content to you. So make sure y'all stay tapped in with everything we doing, man. We appreciate y'all being here. Thank y'all for the support. Yeah, holla at your boy. You dig?
You dig?